Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's me, the Mysterious Cameraman, and today I'm going to be talking about Space Battle Season 1, Episode 3, The Rise of Bunty in 0.25x speed, and I found a lot of cool details that you may not have seen in your original watch. Compared to the last two episodes, these are a bit worse of details, you could say, but there are still a lot but these details are more details you see during it, not really details that are hidden. So this is going to be a bit different than some of the other ones in this series, but let's jump right into it. The first detail I found was that Cup, also known as Ezra Mime, was wearing a Superman shirt, and that's the entire episode. But that is kind of like the Black Panther gun in the last episode, and in the first episode, it was the Ant-Man mask. There's always some sort of pop culture reference. In this episode, it just turned out to be the Superman shirt. And I don't know if this was intentional, but it was another one of those details. And I think there is one in every episode, so I respect it. The next detail I have is this is basically an American episode, and here's why. There are 3 parts of the episode where there are, America references with the American flag, or with other things. 1 minute and 47 seconds in, you see, Shielded Scythe's shorts, which are, the American flag, or that have that design. That's one, maybe fine. But then 5 minutes and 10 seconds in, you see the back of the lightsaber smith's shirt, which is another, basically, American flag. And then 5 minutes and 31 seconds in, you see American money during the middle of the lightsaber smith's little rap. So, that's an interesting detail, but I don't know, that's probably, not real, but, forced, but, I just noticed it when I watched it, and I thought it might be fun to mention it, but yeah. Next is a bit behind this, towards the lightsaber smith scene, where there's a game in the background. That's, this is also used in the second Savior, but I'm not gonna be doing a 0.25x speed breakdown on that. I might in the future, but I'm not doing that in this series. I'm just doing the first season of Space Battles. So, but in that background, you can see, this game, and this is a lightsaber smith's workshop. So, I don't really know why there's a game there, but there always can be a reason that it is there, but of course there's always reason to question it because no one actually knows. But of course I think that is a very interesting detail because again it's some of those details that you just kind of have to question sometimes because the background it can be so important, and we're going to talk more about that in just a few details. But the game in the background isn't super important, but I'll admit it's a cool detail. Next is that Bunty has Kylo Ren's lightsaber. So again, as I mentioned, I feel every episode has a real world's pop culture reference, and then they have a Star Wars reference. For example, they have Darth Vader in episode 1. Episode 2, they have Tatooine, and in this episode, they have Bunty wielding Kylo Ren's lightsaber. And I think it's interesting that he does wield the lightsaber, but he does the entire series, which is 2 episodes for him. So, it isn't a crazy detail, but at the same time, it isn't something I kind of expected to happen. And we also saw that during the lightsaber smith scene where we see it kind of pan into view. But in this one, we really get to see a full shot of him fighting with it. And I feel it is an interesting director choice to give Bunty the Kylo Ren saber And they also say, like Ren's, when during that scene, the lightsaber smith says, like Ren's. And I think it is an interesting way to, like, put these two universes together in these, like, small details, but, like, they do, like, mean a lot. And there is another reference to the sequels in this episode, and I am a bit surprised with it, because there are a lot of details, and I didn't think there would be that many. And the other thing is that with this detail, it is like, you notice it, but you don't, like, kind of have it work. Like, you don't realize, wait, until, like, it's too late, and like, it's over. But, yeah, like, I don't know how much of a detail that fully is, but, yeah. The next detail goes all the way back to the beginning of the film, and this is the mysterious new actor that enters the scene at the beginning. This is, his name is Gongo, as it says, and he's the other shopper, and he just walks out of frame. But this character actually is, based on, Camera Club Studios leaks, that might return in a future film to help with some of the music or actually voice a character. So I'm not fully sure what that means, but I want to kind of see more of him, because Camera Club Studios has been saying a lot, and I will make a video when it, like, does a whole reveal. But until then, I'm kind of just going off what I know. And I think it is interesting to bring in a small detail like that and really expand it with this character. My last detail lies towards the end at Joe's funeral. At his funeral, if you look at his gravestone, it says 1389 to 1456. It's an interesting detail, because you don't really notice it at first, because you're like, you don't really read the years. Like, you're like, couldn't really read it. It was like a great friend and stuff. But the real important thing was the year. And it never really said how long, like, when this film takes place in Alton, because this episode is made over a year after the last episode was made. So we have a lot more details that we know than we did last time, when we made the last two. So there's we know a lot more. So in that time, Dimensions released, which showed that this is not the only world, and that this is called the Alton, and it is, like, interesting to, like, see, like, the year of it, and I don't know if it is real, because it does not seem like 1456. So I think this actually might be a mistake, and plus, Joe does not seem 67 years old, because if you do the math, that would mean he's 67 years old, and he isn't. So I think that's a very interesting way to do that, because, yeah, I just didn't think they would do that. Like, I just think, yeah. And I just didn't think it was that long. Finally, this final detail lies in the credits. And this is all about the Sith and the First Order in the background of the gun that is shown on Ghetto Bunty's screen. At this point, Ghetto Bunty just got their saber, so it's still focusing on a bounty hunter. So by seeing this background, it does raise a few questions, like, why is there a blaster with a First Order gun behind it? But you also must remember that he is Kylo Ren's lightsaber, which worked for the First Order. So I think that is, like, an interesting little thing, but I don't know how much it really is true. But, of course, that's up to you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know this might be a bit longer of any video I've done on my channel compared to this series, But I hope you enjoyed this one, and see you in the next one for episode 4. Bye, guys.